Hello students, I am going to discuss quadratic equation for standard 10. So what is quadratic equation? This quadratic equation is a polynomial of degree 2. Any polynomial of degree 2 is a quadratic polynomial. So what is polynomial? You must have learned in standard 9 that polynomial in one variable in general can be written as p of x equals to a0 x to the power n plus a1 x to the power n minus 1 plus a2 x to the power n minus 2 plus dot 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 plus an, where n minus 1 n minus 2 which is here, they are called exponent of the variable and they must be a whole number. Remember, they must be a whole number, and this a0 a1 a2 they must be a real number, so they are called coefficient of variable, and they n minus 1 they are called exponent of the variables. So if a0 is non-zero, which means a0 is not equals to 0, then the highest exponent of this polynomial will be n, because you can see that exponent is getting reduced by 1. So highest exponent, if a0 is not equals to 0, then this is the highest exponent of the variable n. So this polynomial, if a0 is not equals to 0, then this polynomial will be of highest exponent will be of n degree n, and the degree of the polynomial is called is n. So this is the general form of the polynomial. Polynomial of 1 degree, we can see that polynomial of 1 degree in one variable is in the form of if polynomial in x is ax plus b, and polynomial in t is ax plus b, and polynomial in y is polynomial in t is at plus b, polynomial in y is y minus half. This is the polynomial of 1 degree in one variable. So now come to quadratic polynomial of degree 2. So this in one variable. So this is in general, this polynomial look like p of x equals to ax square plus bx plus c, where a is not equals to 0. In general, polynomial of 2 degrees look like this. Here a should not be equals to 0, because if a equals to 0, then this will become linear. So similarly, polynomial in t is at square plus bt plus c, where a should not be equals to 0. And polynomial in two variable x and y is ax square plus by square plus cx y plus dx plus ey plus z. This is the polynomial in two variable. So any polynomial expression of degree 2 is a quadratic polynomial, and when expression is equated to 0, then it will become equation. Here we have polynomial expression. If this will be equated to 0, this will become polynomial equation. So in general, we have seen that in general quadratic equation in one variable is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c. So when this expression is equated to 0, this will become ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. So this is the quadratic equation. This is the quadratic expression in n. Obviously, a should not be equals to 0, because when a is equals to 0, then this will vanish and this term will be vanished, and this will become a linear polynomial equation. So quadratic equation in general is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. So what this quadratic equation geometrically represent? So geometrically it represents a parabola. If you draw this ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0, if you draw on the graph, this will come like this. If a is taken as greater than 0, or if a is positive, then this will come like this, or this, or this. This is a parabola called parabola. We will discuss about parabola in 11th standard in detail. In coordinate geometry, we have to study parabola and its property. We will study that. As of now, we just want to see what quadratic polynomial geometrically look like. So it will look like this. If a is greater than 0, a is positive. But if a is negative, then this will be in the form. This will be in the form of downward parabola. So this is concave parabola and this is convex parabola. So geometrically, quadratic equation represent a parabola. So in general, quadratic polynomial equation in one variable represent a parabola. So these are the parabola. We can see that this parabola either intersecting at one point or 2 point or no point. So we'll come to that what it means if it intersect at only 1 point or 2 point or no point. It is basically connected to 0. So we will learn about 0. What is 0 of the polynomial? 0 of the polynomial is value of variable in the polynomial which make vanish the polynomial expression. For example, this is the polynomial, linear polynomial in x, which is equals to p of x equals to x minus 2. At x equals to 2, p of x equals to 0. Then this polynomial vanishes at x equals to 2. Other than 2, it will not vanish, it will not be equals to 0. So its only 0 is 2. Similarly here, polynomial p of x minus half, 0 is x equals to half, because at x equals to half, this polynomial vanishes. So its 0 is only 1, that is x equals to half. And p of x, suppose we are looking at quadratic polynomial. So here we are given quadratic polynomial as x square minus 5x plus 6. If we factorize it, it will come x minus 2 into x minus 3. And if we equate it, this quadratic expression, if we equate it to the 0, then we will get x equals to 2 or x equals to 3, which means at x equals to 2, this will be 0, and at x equals to 3, this will be 0. So we have here 2 0, x equals to 2 and x equals to 3. At both of these points, this polynomial vanishes. So it has 2 zeros. So what we learn here? For linear polynomial, we have only 1 0, and for quadratic polynomial, we have 2 0. So it is not necessary that we will always get a 0 of the polynomial in case of quadratic polynomial. So we will look into it, that how we will decide that whether it will have 2 0 or no 0 or only 1 0, identical 0. So we will learn it when we learn about how to solve the quadratic polynomial. Then we will learn that how to find out the 0 of the quadratic polynomial, and we will learn that in what case the polynomial will have 2 distinct 0 or 1 0 or no 0. So what it means when we say that we have 2 distinct 0 or 2 identical 0 and no 0. So this will look like this. Suppose a quadratic polynomial, it has 2 distinct 0, then this parabola will intersect x-axis at 2 point, and these 2 point, this x equals to at some value, suppose here x equals to alpha and here x equals to beta, these two are the 0 of the polynomial, and this is also the 0 of the polynomial, but here it is intersecting x-axis at only 1 point. So quadratic polynomial will have two identical quadratic, two identical zeros, and here there will not be any zero. So in case of greater than a coefficient of x square as positive, then these three cases arises. It will have either two real zero or two identical zero, two distinct zero, or no zero. Similarly, for a is a negative number, we will get two distinct real zero or two identical zero or no zero. So geometrically we see that quadratic parabola at x axis where the parabola intersect, that point is the zero of the polynomial, zero of the quadratic polynomial, quadratic equation. So what we have learned? We have learned that quadratic equation is in the form of, basically in general, quadratic equation in one variable is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0, where a, b, c are real number and a should not be equals to 0, and it has at most two real zero, at most. So these two could be equal, or these two could be no real or complex also. So it has at most two real zero. For example, p of x is x square minus p. For we can see here that for polynomial x square minus 5x plus c equals to 0, by factorization we get x minus 2 into x minus 3 equals to 0, and x equals to 2 and x equals to 3. For a greater than, here a is 1, so a is greater than 0, so we will get the graph as this we will get. So it is intersecting at, you can see clearly that it is intersecting at 2 point at x equals to 2 and x equals to 3. Therefore the zero of this polynomial, this quadratic equation is 2 or 3. If it had two identical zero, then it would have come like this parabola. But if it had no real zero, then it would have come like this, no point of intersection on x-axis. That's it. We'll learn more about finding zero of polynomial in the next class. Thank you.